this way.
Alright, hey guys, good evening. My name is Remy. I am one of the hosts here at Goof Duck Adventures. And this building right behind me is called the Rec Center. I used to come here when I was little. And right across the street, that's my old elementary school. Well, it's dark, but now it's a prison. So I'm not joking. It really is. The community turned into a prison. But it's an elementary school still. It's academy. It's good. I miss it. But not only that, guys, I'm here with my best friend, my brother, Mr. Chase, right here.
Oh, we're live.
We're live.
On what are we live on?
We're on Instagram, buddy. Live on Instagram.
Oh my god. I thought this was actually like a video.
No, we are. It is a video, but we're still on live on video. We're still on live.
That's fine. I mean,
So-
I see it's a video.
So Ben, tell me where it all started.
So where it all started?
How it all started. You started working in the rec center when?
I was like 15 or 16 years old. I worked at the community center right here.
There it is. That lovely building right there. So back when Ben was doing this, I was here when I was little, after school, hang out, went on playing on some computer games. We played what was that? Oregon Trail?
Yeah, Oregon Trail.
You brought the pool. We played some pool table games.
Yeah, pool, kickball, all those things.
You brought out the N64 game. You brought your N64, then your PlayStation, and we crushed every single game in there.
That's true.
Because you didn't have time to go home. So we had to ride our bikes.
Why don't you come over here in the camera?
So we actually had to ride our bikes to and from the rec center, and it was crazy. So Ben, let me ask you a question. So when after you were finished working at the rec center, you started working at Disney.
Yeah, I did.
What was your first attraction?
Well, I was supposed to, so when I went in for my interview, they were like, you would be really great at the Jungle Cruise in Adventureland. And I was like, that sounds okay. And then I was like, I like Frontierland. And they said, yeah, you can work on a roller coaster. And I ended up at Tom Sawyer Island and Country Bear Jamboree. That was the first place I worked.
Now, every time when you worked at Frontierland, did you have to say, howdy hey to everybody when they came in?
Hey, howdy, hey, welcome.
There you go. So, tell me about the aspects of Country Bear Jamboree. It's an animatronic show. Now, do they have a control room sort of to scoop out the bears if a bear caught on fire or smoking? There's an e-stop. Is there like an e-stop in the show where you stop it or?
Yeah, I mean all the shows have like an emergency stop button, but I mean that only happened one time in like the 1,000 times that I worked the show.
All right, so that was a pretty cool experience, but see a bear catch on fire, you're like, no, stop the show.
It wasn't like he was catching on fire. He just like, I think he like fell forward and was like moving like that. So it wasn't nothing too crazy, but he fell, and yeah, even when the curtain closed, he was like leaning outside of the curtain.
See, guys, we call that a frozen Disney. So if it happens, you gotta call the right text. Be like, hey, we have a frozen Disney, so you guys come over here and fix it. Sure, why not? So then you worked at Tom Sawyer Island. Okay, is that a ref on a track, or are you actually steering from the back of the boat?
No, you're actually driving the boat in the back. Like, you're steering, and there's gas and reverse, and it's basically like driving a car backwards because the steering is all in the back instead of the front of the car. Like, when you turn your car, you're turning the front wheels.
Right.
But when you're driving the raft, you're driving the back of the
Right.
truck.
Guys, if you haven't been to Magic Kingdom lately, go check out Tom Sawyer Island. It is actually pretty cool. There's some pretty cool caves in there. It's dark and...
Don't go to Tom Sawyer.
Okay, don't listen to him, but I liked it. It was pretty cool. But
That's
I heard they are doing some refurbishment at this time over there. While my buddy and I were there, we actually saw the track of Tron, and it was pretty intense, pretty insane. But so after Tom Sawyer, then did you get transferred to Big Thunder, or how did that work?
No, so like usually you have to wait about 6 months to train at other attractions, but I don't know, they let me train at Splash and Thunder Mountain at the same time. So I was trained in all of Frontierland within 6 months, and I was a trainer at Tom Sawyer Island probably within 5 or 6 months as well.
Which attraction did you like better working at?
Like out of all of them?
Out of all the ones in Frontierland?
Probably Thunder Mountain.
Why Thunder?
Because at night it was just the most fun. You're closer to people, and you were able to. I don't know. It was a fun vibe at night in the station.
So What was the control room like in there? Is it pretty tiny?
In Thunder Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see it from the ride. Like, if you look up when you're leaving, if you're on the right side, you look to the left. It's, I don't know, it's probably like 10 feet long, and there's a bunch of buttons and cameras and stuff. Nothing too crazy.
So you have monitors, the cameras, and the whole buttons where you play the spiel, open the gates, and also the emergency stop, everything else on that attraction.
Mm-hmm.
What was Splash like?
Basically the same thing.
Okay. All right.
Same kind of ride system, except it's on water.
Well, guys, so also Ben, when he was done doing the rec center and Disney, did you work at the YMCA for a little bit?
Well, that was my second job, but
I mean-
that has nothing to do with hospitality, so I don't think.
Well,
that's
it's still, what you did when you started from the beginning, This is where it all started. You started from these jobs, and then you worked yourself into working for the mouse.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really take a lot to work for a Disney World, but after those rides, I actually worked as a concierge at the Disney Hotels. Coronado Springs is where I worked primarily.
And I'm pretty sure you got good rates when you were working at the hotel, too.
Yeah, I don't remember how much I got, but it was a few dollars.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much. I want to say thanks to my brother Ben right here. So, guys, in the words of Goof Duck Adventures, be well, be safe, and adventure on. Peace out. Done.
All right.
That's
You
it.
didn't even